Hi, this is Sujin with Sujin's Corner. I'm starting a new series called Spouse Information Center. My goal with this new series is to help all military members and their spouses who are getting ready to move in PCS around the world. I'm currently stationed in Germany and I'm an Air Force spouse. Today we're going to be discussing getting ready to PCS, to another country. And these are a few things that I hope will help you have your move be a little bit smoother. First and foremost, don't compare your new location to America. Just don't do it, because you're not going to be satisfied with that new location. You're like, well, at Walmart they have this, and at Target they have this. Well, your new country may not have Target and Walmart, but they will have some other great stores. When you are comparing and being down on yourself because it's not America, you're not embracing that new culture. And that's going to cause a lot of issues and make your adjustment in your new stay in PCS a lot more stressful. And it's kind of a little funny story for me. The local nationals in your new country are not deaf. Do not yell at them in English. One prime example, and I never understood, when me and my friend would go out, she'd always tell me, wow, the Germans are so nice to you. They growl at me. I'm like, they growl at you? I wasn't understood. What do you mean they growl at you? And I never understood why. And, well, I learned one day when me and her were out, we were in the parking lot, and there was two German men standing next to the door of my car, and she was wanting to get in. And she started saying, excuse me. Well, they were talking and not paying attention to her because they didn't speak English. She got louder, and she's a tiny little thing, and these are two really big German guys, and she starts, excuse me, getting louder, excuse me, and then she's screaming at them, and they're backing away. They didn't know what was going on. And I said, Entschuldigung. And then they perked up, and I said, my Deutsch is nicht good. My German's not that good. Lernen to sprechen the Deutsch. I'm learning to speak your language, or German. And explained that she was trying to get in the car, and they backed away. And we got in the car, and they went over, and I just started laughing. And she goes, what? I said, I've learned why they growl at you. She goes, what do you mean? I said, they're not deaf. They just can't understand you. I said, you were scaring these guys that were twice your size because they just saw this woman yelling at them and they didn't know what they did wrong. I said, so they're not deaf. So remember that. Your local national people of the country you're in, they're not deaf. They may not understand you. So don't yell, and try to speak. If you can only speak English, try to speak English slower, because they may understand that easier. And remember, we're human. We all make mistakes. It's okay to make mistakes because we're learning. And you're learning and adapting to your new location. You're embracing the culture. And it's okay to make mistakes. Remember, just keep repeating this to yourself. It's okay to make mistakes. It's okay to make mistakes. And don't be embarrassed when you do make a mistake. Let's see. Before you move over, have a notebook and write down all your questions that you have, but leave space in between your questions so you can get your answers. And join the local Facebook groups and your unit's Facebook page and ask questions. And it's okay to ask questions more than once. It does not mean you're being disrespectful or don't trust that person with the answer they gave you, because information changes, or you may not understand their answer fully. It is okay to ask things more than once. And don't listen to those negative Nillies out there who, well, someone already asked that question. Oh, that question was asked 1,000 times. What do you mean you don't know that? Type attitude of like, I know everything, you're wrong, blah, blah, type people. Ignore them. They don't matter. You need to get your questions answered. End of discussion. It doesn't matter what they say or how they act. Ignore them, block them. It does not matter. They're not important to you. It's about you getting your answers to helping your PCS be a smooth move. And it's okay to be afraid. It takes the average person or spouse that I've seen a year before you're fully adjusted. And I know you're thinking, a year? The reason is right when you get in your groove, guess what? your military member is going to get deployed or go TDY. Yay! So you're going to have to get ready to have that new normalcy again of them now being there. So don't worry and don't stress that you don't have everything unpacked. Remember when I talked about earlier, don't compare your new country to America. Don't compare yourself to others. Just because your neighbor has everything unpacked or this other person has everything already decorated and perfect and pretty and are speaking the language, it doesn't matter. Each person adjusts on their own. We all have our own flaws and we all have things that we excel at. So don't compare yourself to others, because you could be upset because you don't have your pictures hung. Well, guess what? She could be upset because all your boxes are unpacked. Or you could be upset because that person's learning the language, and that person could be upset because, hey, guess what? You've made more friends than him. It's okay. Don't compare yourself to others and let it all come in naturally. When you do get to your new location, let me back up here. We talked about Facebook pages and your unit's Facebook page or email flyers that you could get. See if they have a spouse sponsor. A lot of bases around the world have a spouse sponsor on top of your regular sponsor that's there specifically for the family to answer their questions and take them around and help that spouse out. And it's okay. Again, it's okay to ask the questions, because if you don't ask the question, you're not going to get the answer. And it's okay to call them and ask for rides, because that's what your sponsors are there for. If you have a bad sponsor or a bad spouse sponsor, go up the chain. Let them know, hey, look, this person isn't helping me get to my house. This person isn't helping me with the things that I need, because that's what they're there for. They're there for you. It's okay to ask for help. And again, remember, it's going to take about a year before everything gets adjusted. Don't be afraid to ask the questions, and don't be hard on yourself. If all else fails, you can always Google and see if you can find the answers. You can always email me, and I do look forward to getting your questions. When you do have a question, please email it over and put in the subject line, Spouse Information Center question. That way I can put your question out there and for everyone to see. If you'd like your name on there, that's fine. I'll give your name. If not, that's fine too. And the reason, doing a lot of ums here, okay. My first video, and I said I'd be under 5 minutes, and we're already like over 8. Okay. The reason why I'm calling this the Spouse Information Center and not Sujin's Know-It-All, let me give you the answers, is because I don't know it all. I'm stationed here in Germany. I have not been to Japan and Korea and England and Italy and gosh, all the places that we are, Australia. So I am looking forward to having other spouses help me out. If you would like to do a video blog and send it over, I would love to have your information. If you just want to do a regular blog, I can share that information, because the more information that we have for Spouse Information Center, the smoother PCSs we can have, because we all have those thousands of questions that we need answered, and it's okay to have those questions. Well, I hope you enjoyed the first video in this series. I look forward to hearing from you. You can check in the information down below. I will provide links for you. And in future, I will also have the links with information of where I found my information for you. So, a lot of information. Well, I hope you enjoyed, again, this video with Spouse Information Center, brought to you by Sue at Sujin's Corner. I look forward to hearing from you. You guys have a great day. Bye.